Have you ever looked back at your life, especially as you've passed that wonderful milestone of 65, and felt a quiet tug of something you just can't seem to shake off? Maybe it's a what-if from decades ago, or a feeling that you're not quite where you thought you'd be at this stage. It's a common, sometimes painful reality that many of us face. But what if I told you that true happiness, and even a longer, more fulfilling life, isn't about accumulating more, or even doing more, but about letting go? In this video, we're going to explore 4 powerful things you should absolutely consider releasing your grip on after 65. These aren't just ideas. They're liberating shifts that can transform your daily existence, lighten your spirit, and open doors to a surprisingly vibrant future. Make sure you watch right to the very end, because there's one insight coming that I truly believe will surprise and empower you in ways you might not expect. Let's dive straight into the first thing many of us unknowingly cling to, and that is the heavy burden of past regrets and what-ifs. This is like carrying a heavy suitcase filled with stones you picked up decades ago. Each stone is a should have or could have. They weigh you down, making every step forward harder. This isn't just about feeling sad, it's about missing out on the vibrant present. Imagine waking up each day with a shadow cast over your morning coffee, simply because your mind is replaying a scene from 30 years ago. It robs you of peace, can disrupt sleep, and even manifest physically as tension or stomach issues. You might find yourself replaying conversations, decisions about career paths, relationships, or missed opportunities. I should have taken that job. I wish I'd spent more time with. If only I'd said something different. These thoughts can feel like they're playing on a loop, stealing joy from today. The emotional toll of constantly reliving these moments is immense, draining energy that could be used for living fully now. So, how do we begin to loosen our grip on these heavy stones? The first step is to acknowledge them, not ignore them. It's okay to feel the regret, but don't dwell in it. Think of it as feel it, but don't feed it. Allow the emotion to pass through you, rather than taking root and growing. Next, and this is incredibly powerful, learn the lesson. Every past experience, even a regretted one, offers a profound lesson. What did that situation teach you about yourself, about others, or about life itself? Frame it as growth. It's not about erasing the past, but about extracting its wisdom, transforming a source of pain into a source of knowledge. Then, and this is truly key, practice self-compassion. Think about a time a child or a dear friend made a mistake. You wouldn't scold them endlessly, would you? You'd offer comfort, explain, and help them move on. Why are we so much harsher on ourselves? Remind yourself that you did the best you could with the information and understanding you had at that time. Hindsight is always 20/20, but you were living in real time, making decisions without the benefit of knowing the future. Forgive yourself, genuinely. It's not about excusing a mistake, but releasing the ongoing punishment. Another vital step is to shift your energy from what was to what is and what can be. Focus on what you can do now. This is incredibly empowering. If you regret not traveling, start planning a trip, even a small one, to a nearby town or national park. If you regret not spending enough time with family, pick up the phone, write a heartfelt letter, or plan a visit. If someone is no longer with us, you can still honor their memory by living fully, pursuing a shared passion, or perhaps by doing something they would have loved. This transforms passive regret into active, positive engagement. Mindfulness and presence are also incredibly helpful. Techniques like focusing on your breath, noticing your surroundings, or fully engaging in hobbies can help anchor you in the now, making it harder for your mind to drift back to those old tapes. If you find yourself slipping into regretful thoughts, gently bring your attention back to your senses. What do you see, hear, smell, taste, feel right now. Sometimes, sharing your story, when appropriate, can also lessen its power. Talking about a regret with a trusted friend, family member, or even a therapist can help you process it and realize you're not alone. And consider the rewriting exercise, not literally changing the past, but changing your narrative about it. From I failed to I learned. This allows you to refine your personal narrative, adding new, richer interpretations to your life's chapters. Think of Sarah, who at 70 might have felt immense regret over a lost career opportunity in art from decades ago. But instead of letting that define her, she joined a local art group, found a new community, and even started selling her pieces at local markets. She didn't become a famous artist, but she became a joyful one, demonstrating that the future can still hold creative fulfillment, even if the path changes. Or Tom, after a business failure decades ago, became a sought-after mentor. He used his past mistakes as invaluable lessons for young entrepreneurs, turning what was once a source of personal pain into a wellspring of wisdom for others. This transformation isn't just about coping. It's about leveraging your entire life experience for current and future good. Letting go of regret frees up immense mental and emotional space, allowing you to embrace new passions, deepen relationships, and truly savor the precious moments of today. This freedom directly contributes to a lighter spirit and a more peaceful mind, both undeniable ingredients for happiness and, by reducing stress, a healthier, potentially longer life. Once we begin to loosen our grip on those old regrets, something truly remarkable happens. We start to realize how much energy we've been spending on trying to control things that are beyond our control. And that leads us beautifully into the second thing many of us can greatly benefit from letting go of after 65, the relentless need for external validation and keeping up appearances. This is the exhausting performance. Imagine a tightrope walker constantly looking down at the crowd, instead of focusing on the wire. That's what living for external validation feels like. It's an exhausting act, and it's a direct drain on your precious time and energy. It means you're not making decisions based on your deepest desires, but on what you think others expect or approve of. This can lead to buying things you don't need, saying yes when you want to say no, or hiding your true selves. It's a constant comparison trap. Buying the latest car or a bigger house to match neighbors, pretending to be busier or more successful than you are, feeling inadequate if your children haven't achieved certain milestones, or dressing a certain way even if it's uncomfortable. This endless comparison and striving to impress drains our authenticity and joy. This can lead to resentment, regret, and a nagging feeling that you're not truly living your life. We often carry these patterns from younger years, where social circles or career demands put pressure on us to conform. But at 65 and beyond, you've earned the right to shed that weight. It's like wearing an ill-fitting suit every day because someone else bought it for you. It's uncomfortable. It restricts your movement, and it's not truly you. So, how do we release this need for external validation? The first powerful step is to define your own values. Take some quiet time. What genuinely brings you joy? Is it a walk in nature, a good book, volunteering, spending time with a select few loved ones, creating something with your hands? Write these down. When faced with a choice, ask yourself, does this align with my values? This simple question acts as a compass, guiding you away from external pressures and towards your authentic self. Next, practice self-acceptance. Look in the mirror, not just at your reflection, but at the person you are, with all your experiences, your laughter lines, your wisdom. Celebrate that person. You are unique, and your worth is inherent, not based on anyone else's opinion. This isn't arrogance. It's healthy self-esteem. It's understanding that your value doesn't fluctuate with praise or criticism. Another liberating step is to say no more often. This can be challenging, especially if you're used to being a people pleaser. Start small. I appreciate the invitation, but I won't be able to make it. No long explanations needed. Each no to something that doesn't serve you is a yes to your own peace and well-being. It empowers you and respects your boundaries. Consider simplifying your life. This isn't just about decluttering physical space, though that's a wonderful start. It's about decluttering your social obligations, your commitments, your mental load. Do you really need to attend every social function? Or can you choose those that truly nourish you? Do you really need to impress people with material possessions? Or can you find contentment in fewer, more meaningful things? This simplification creates space for what truly matters to you. Crucially, connect with authentic people. Seek out those friends who see you, truly see you, and love you for who you are, not for what you do or what you have. These are the people with whom you can share your vulnerabilities, your true thoughts, and your quiet moments without judgment. Genuine connection is one of life's greatest joys, and it thrives in authenticity, not pretense. Finally, journaling or simple self-reflection can be powerful at the end of the day, or when you feel a pang of insecurity. Ask yourself, why did I do that? Was it for me or for someone else's applause? Just noticing this pattern is the first step towards breaking free. Living authentically drastically reduces stress and anxiety. The constant performance is exhausting. Dropping it is like taking off a heavy backpack. This newfound peace frees up mental energy for creativity, hobbies, and meaningful relationships. It allows you to sleep better, digest food more easily, and simply feel more at ease in your own skin. This profound emotional freedom contributes directly to a healthier, happier life, as chronic stress is a known contributor to many age-related health issues. When you stop chasing external approval, you finally have the time and energy to chase your own joy. As we step away from the endless quest for external validation, we start to see ourselves and others with more compassionate eyes. This paves the way for the third significant thing to release after 65, the illusion of perfection, both in ourselves and in the world around us. The pursuit of perfection is a treadmill with no off switch. It sets impossible standards, leading to constant frustration and a feeling of inadequacy. If your inner voice is always whispering not good enough, or if you're constantly judging others for their perceived flaws, you're building a wall around yourself. This ideal world doesn't exist, so striving for it means you're always falling short, always disappointed. It can manifest as self-criticism, fear of making mistakes, or constant disappointment in others. It's an unreachable standard that leads to frustration and resentment. Life isn't perfect. People aren't perfect. And we certainly aren't perfect. This can mean getting upset if the house isn't spotless, if a meal isn't exactly right, if a grandchild misbehaves, or if you don't stick to a diet perfectly. It's the inner critic saying, "You could do better," or "They should know better." This can lead to paralysis. If I can't do it perfectly, I won't do it at all. It also sours relationships, as nobody can live up to such lofty, often unspoken, expectations. So, how do we let go of this illusion? A powerful mantra is to embrace good enough. Sometimes, good enough is perfectly fine. Is the house tidy enough to be comfortable? Is the meal nourishing and enjoyable? Even if it's not gourmet, are your efforts good enough for today? When you lower the bar from perfect to good enough, you open the door to genuine enjoyment and reduce self-imposed pressure. It's about progress, not flawlessness. Then, practice self-compassion. Again, because it is truly vital. Think about how you'd treat a loved one who made a mistake. You'd offer understanding and support. Extend that same grace to yourself. We are all imperfect beings, constantly learning and evolving. Your worth is not tied to your flawless execution of tasks, but to your inherent being. Forgive yourself for not being a superhuman and acknowledge that growth comes from mistakes, not from avoiding them. Accepting others as they are is crucial for peaceful relationships. Your partner, your children, your friends, they all have quirks and imperfections, just like you. Instead of trying to mold them into your ideal, practice acceptance and appreciation for who they are. Focus on their positive qualities. Let go of the need to correct every perceived flaw or offer unsolicited advice. This fosters deeper, more loving connections. When things don't go perfectly, and they often won't, instead of getting frustrated, ask, what can I learn from this? Did the cake flop? Maybe it taught you a new technique or a valuable lesson in patience. Did a plan go awry? Perhaps it opened the door to an unexpected, better alternative. Imperfections are often disguised blessings, revealing new paths or deeper strengths. This is about reframing challenges as opportunities. Don't wait for a masterpiece to feel a sense of accomplishment. Celebrate small victories. Did you take a walk today? Celebrate it. Did you connect with a friend? Celebrate it. Did you try something new? Even if it wasn't perfect, celebrate the effort. These small affirmations build a positive feedback loop that encourages more action and less self-criticism. Finally, practice gratitude for imperfections. Sometimes, the most memorable and endearing qualities of people, or even experiences, are their imperfections. The slightly crooked smile, the funny habit, the unexpected detour. These are the things that make life rich and interesting, not bland and predictable. Releasing the grip of perfectionism is a huge stress reliever. It reduces anxiety, self-criticism, and the constant feeling of never being enough. This emotional freedom allows for greater relaxation, improved sleep, and a more joyful disposition. When you're not constantly striving for an impossible ideal, you can truly savor the present moment, appreciate the real beauty around you, and foster more forgiving and loving relationships. This reduces inflammation and chronic stress, promoting overall well-being and a healthier, potentially longer life. It's about living with more ease and more authentic joy. As we become more comfortable with the beautiful imperfections of life and ourselves, a deep sense of peace can settle in. This comfort then allows us to face the final, and perhaps most profound, thing we should consider letting go of after 65, the pervasive fear of aging and decline. This fear is insidious. It creeps into our thoughts, whispering doubts about our capabilities, our attractiveness, our relevance. It tells us that our best years are behind us, that we're on a downward slide. This negative narrative isn't just mentally draining, it can become a self-fulfilling prophecy. When we fear decline, we often stop challenging ourselves. We become less active, and we might even isolate ourselves. This accelerates the very decline we fear. It robs us of joy in the present and hope for the future, replacing curiosity with dread. It's like building a wall around your potential, rather than seeing the open road ahead. Examples of this might include refusing to try new technology, saying, "I'm too old for that," avoiding social gatherings, constantly complaining about aches and pains without seeking solutions, or giving up on personal goals because of age. It's a self-fulfilling prophecy where fear limits potential. So, how do we begin to release this powerful fear? The first and perhaps most powerful shift is to embrace a growth mindset. Instead of seeing wrinkles as a sign of decay, see them as a map of a life well lived. Your body might change, but your capacity for learning, loving, and contributing does not diminish with age. Think of yourself as a wise elder, a curator of experience, not a diminishing resource. What new skills could you acquire? What passions could you finally pursue? This mindset opens up a world of possibilities. Next, focus on what you can do. Our bodies change. It's true, but instead of fixating on what you might no longer be able to do, Celebrate and optimize what you can do. Can you still walk? Enjoy every step. Can you still read, dive into new books? Can you still connect with people? Nurture those relationships. Perhaps you can't run a marathon anymore, but maybe you can volunteer, mentor, or finally write that book you've always dreamed of. There's immense power in shifting your focus from perceived limitations to current capabilities. Staying curious and learning new things is incredibly important. Your brain is a muscle that thrives on new challenges. Take up painting. Learn a new language. Explore a historical period that fascinates you. Or dive into a new technology. Learning keeps your mind agile, prevents stagnation, and injects excitement into your daily life. It proves that aging is not about mental decline, but about continued mental growth. Prioritize your well-being, encompassing physical, mental, and emotional health. This is not about fighting aging, but about embracing healthy aging. It means making mindful choices about your diet, staying physically active in ways that suit your body, prioritizing good sleep, and actively managing stress. It's also about nurturing your emotional health through meaningful connections, engaging in hobbies, and practicing mindfulness. Proactive self-care is an act of self-love, not a battle against time. It empowers you to live your later years with vitality. It's also essential to challenge ageist stereotypes, both internal and external. The world often sends us messages about what it means to be old. It's crucial to question these narratives. Don't let society, or your own internalized beliefs, limit your potential. You define what aging looks like for you. Are you a senior citizen who is expected to slow down? Or are you a vibrant individual with decades of wisdom and experience, still eager to engage with the world? The choice of narrative is powerful. Practice gratitude for each day. This simple practice can transform your outlook. Instead of fearing what tomorrow might bring, focus on the gifts of today, the warmth of the sun, the taste of your morning tea, a kind word from a stranger, the laughter of a loved one. Gratitude anchors you in the present and reminds you of the abundance that already exists in your life. Finally, plan for the future with optimism. Don't let fear dictate your future. Instead, envision a vibrant, fulfilling future. What new experiences do you want to have? What legacy do you want to build? Plan for trips, new projects, deeper relationships. Having something exciting to look forward to counteracts the narrative of decline and fills your future with possibility. Letting go of the fear of aging is profoundly liberating. It replaces anxiety with enthusiasm, caution with courage, and withdrawal with engagement. Studies actually show that people with positive attitudes toward aging live longer, healthier lives, sometimes by as much as 7.5 years. This is because chronic fear and stress negatively impact our immune system, cardiovascular health, and cognitive function. When you embrace aging, you reduce this detrimental stress, foster greater resilience, and are more likely to stay active, connected, and curious. This leads to a life rich in purpose and joy, rather than one defined by fear or limitation. It's about living fully, for all your years, and truly savoring the unique beauty of this stage of life. So, there you have it, 4 powerful things that, when released, can unlock a profound sense of peace, joy, and even vitality after 65. We've explored the immense freedom that comes from letting go of the heavy baggage of past regrets and those persistent what-ifs, allowing you to truly live in the present. We've talked about shedding the exhausting burden of constantly seeking external validation and striving to keep up appearances, clearing the path for your true, authentic self to shine through. We've also delved into the liberating acceptance that comes from releasing the illusion of perfection, both in ourselves and in the world around us, fostering greater peace and appreciation for life's beautiful imperfections. And finally, we just discussed the transformative power of letting go of the pervasive fear of aging and decline. allowing you to embrace this incredible stage of life with curiosity, optimism, and genuine zest. Remember, these aren't tasks to check off a list overnight. They are gentle shifts in perspective, continuous practices, and a compassionate journey towards a more fulfilling you. You've accumulated a lifetime of wisdom and experience, and now is the time to leverage that wisdom to truly define your own happiness, even small. Consistent steps in any of these areas can ripple outwards, bringing profound peace, purpose, and an undeniable lightness to your days. Think of it as spring cleaning for your soul, clearing out what no longer serves you to make room for what truly brings you joy. I genuinely hope this conversation has resonated with you, perhaps sparking a new thought or confirming something you felt deep down. This community is such a wonderful source of shared wisdom, and I'd absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Which of these four resonated most deeply with you today? Or perhaps you've discovered something else entirely that you found incredibly liberating to let go of after 65. Please share your wisdom, your experiences, and your insights in the comments section below. Your story, your perspective, could be exactly what someone else needs to hear to take their next liberating step. If this video brought you a little bit of peace, a new perspective, or simply a moment of reflection, please take a second to give it a thumbs up. That simple gesture truly helps us reach more incredible people like you who might benefit from this message. And if you're looking for more conversations like this, designed to help you navigate and truly savor every stage of life, consider subscribing to the channel. We're building a supportive space here for wisdom, well-being, and genuine connection. Because you deserve to live every single day with joy, with purpose, and with genuine happiness, untethered by what no longer serves you. Life after 65 isn't about slowing down or diminishing. It's about living more fully, with greater intention, and with an unparalleled sense of freedom. It's about embracing the richness of your years and continuing to grow in mind, body, and spirit. Here's to your well-being, your happiness, and your wonderfully fulfilling future. Thank you for being here.